Hey, check it out. I want to go to school and be a normal kid. Hasn't been back to school since.
You came here to just watch some like Power Ranger style fight, and what they got was some little girl being tortured. Oh my god.
Well, dude, the way you opened the last podcast with the voice clips, hilarious. Excellent. Do that again. I'm OP.
That was pretty intense, dude.
That was fucking crazy, dude.
I'm so glad that we're watching this show. I'm such a fan of it. It's great. It's great. And welcome to Nerds Declassified Anime Survival Guide. I'm your host, Rook Roberts, here with Maxwell Spencer.
Hello.
And Joe Janice.
Hello.
We just got done watching Platinum End, episode 4, Time to Assemble. And wow, like for us, to be honest with you guys, we watched that first three episodes probably like a month before we even started doing the podcast. And that was kind of like the basis for this whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so that waiting time, having the gap at episode 3, what's about to happen, and the confrontation at episode 4 made this episode such a payoff for me. And I was, oh man, I have not been this into an anime for a long time.
Dude, that was insane.
Mm-hmm. This episode felt like it just like changed calibers, you know, like wow.
Yeah, right? Like it's not even close to those. Like everything just got dialed up to like 20. Like we knew there was going to be some confrontation going, but everything just starts rolling out the gate. I think what I need to award this show with is best way to communicate that someone's thinking since Death Note.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the internal dialogue that they have while they're doing it, they have these like cool, like colored and textured like backgrounds on the characters, and it makes this like kind of like surreal like experience inside the character's mind. Plus someone called someone a shitheel this episode. How can I not?
Dude, that was
I thought they were gonna rip that little girl in half. I really did.
Oh yes.
Or they were gonna rip her arms off. Oh my god.
Sir.
Metropolitan out here making moves and then like being fucking wicked while doing it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He really he showed himself as a very capable and dangerous villain. Yeah, like it's unescapable. Like he's coming for you.
Really, like cool to see like that, like mastermind fucking mentality, like out of some of the like main protagonists and main characters that we see. Because like, holy shit, like that was good. We're back at the stadium. You know, starting off the week, it kind of left us on a cliffhanger with the last episode with them shooting an arrow at him.
Yeah, well, it was,
and then it being blocked. Like with this episode of kind of explaining that person that was standing, that Metropolitan that was introduced at the end of last episode was a fraud. It's a human that had been shot by our boy's arrow.
Yeah,
you know,
he was a dud because at first you're like, you know, we don't know his character that well. You know, we've seen like the few scenes with him. You think maybe he doing that. Like he could just be that cocky, you know?
Yeah.
Like
to show up. And
you know, he seems like that kind of guy.
I fell for every twist and turn here. Like he comes in, I was like, I fully believed that it was the guy, right? And then they find out that it's a fake. And then like I was suspicious from the beginning. I was like, I don't know. I'm like that dude on the mound who's pretending to be Metropolitan Man. Like there's something about him. He just seems sus. Like I was waiting for him to pull a knife or a gun and try to kill him like the old fashioned way.
Well, he wasn't.
And then when they pulled
out or being cool. So
and then when they pulled the switcheroo, oh man, hook, line, and sinker. I took the bait.
It gives you a little visual hint too with the like it felt like a movie, dude. Like that was so good. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
that was so good. But I was like, wow. Like with the tension that I experienced in that episode, dude.
Mm-hmm. Had me on the edge of my fucking seat, dude.
I know. I'm telling you, like literally, it is that good. It is that good.
I could feel it in my chest, the tension that you get when you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
Yeah, that your heart is beating, right? But like these dudes, they show up and they know, like right away. I'm like, okay, they're gonna get wrecked. Like,
Yeah, Metro Blue and Metro Yellow.
Oh, Metro Blue and Metro Yellow. What?
They show up thinking that they got this.
I'm sure
they got all this shit figured out.
Many toys made of them. And
Yeah.
be a long-lasting character forever. Go on, Max.
Yeah, well, not how that ended, but no. So they think they have everything like figured out. They're like, you can't be here, and the reason you chose this is that way, like you could control who's in your line of sight and shit. And they're you know, we're all smart. Like we're gonna steal this fake Metropolitan Man and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the girl shows up. Random girl, and she's like, hey,
right out, and her innocence is so like, because she's just this young girl
getting bullied
by the way.
Yeah. And then she
was like,
all I got is wings, dude.
She's like, I was bullied in school and wanted to kill myself. Then I got the wings and I'm like, hey, this is fun. I don't want to die. And now Metropolitan Man's just murking us all and I'm scared.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, come on, man. And we see we get into the backstory and we get to know what, you know, how these two ended up together basically in that moment.
Yeah, blue and yellow.
I honestly thought that it's people who are done with this world, right? People who are done with this way of living. I thought that strictly meant suicide, but it does not, because these guys wanted to change the world as well, but because they felt like they had been treated unfairly as well.
What do you mean? They tried to commit suicide.
They were talking about it. They were literally saying.
He literally said, I just want to die. And he's like, hey, bro, I have medication that'll kill us painlessly and like instantly. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't die. He was throwing it up. That's why he was complaining, where he's like, man, like, I thought I was going to.
At that moment, I thought that like it's either like you're about to die and then the angel gets there.
Well, they were, but then the angel got there and like probably did some fucking like low key, like cleared poison. They both, those angels came down, cured their body of the poison, and were like, hey, we're gonna save you. Like,
hey, we're gonna save you. And also armor looks great on guys like you. So armor up.
Yeah, dude, the one dude's a little tubby dude and fucking
it was the neck beard for me.
These guys show up, they're flying above, they're obviously homies for life, they're first class.
Mm-hmm. They have wings and arrows.
They found out how far the range is for the spear. It's 31.6 meters. They did the calculations.
I really want to know, like, if they just like took turns shooting each other until they got far enough away.
Like exactly. I was like, well, I mean, you go to a close location, you see how far out you can put it. But I love that the crowd this whole time too. It's just like literally people are like, oh, like they just start like chanting and stuff when more like of the Power Rangers of this universe start showing up. They're like, dude, I don't know what's happening, but fucking Green and Pink are here.
What are they talking about? Arrows, wings, God candidates and shit.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, they're like, what's
going on? Oh my god, there's more!
Bro, they came here to just watch some like Power Rangers style fight, and what they got was some little girl being tortured.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, Metropolitan.
I know they're trying to be edgy, but that's why I like it for some reason. Like, I like it. Like I like.
Well, there's a good amount of murder in this show, you know, and like anime's good when there's murder.
Yeah, I want threats. You know, I want things that could challenge the protagonist that I like. You know, I want that, and also The little girl basically gets in a saw trap this episode, everybody.
Yeah. So what happens is Metropolitan, after she's like, hey, I want to go with green and or blue and yellow, Metropolitan, he comes out, shoots her with the red arrow and kidnaps her, or like takes her away, not really kidnaps her. But they're like, oh, and he's like, hey, like, this is some serious shit, guys. Like, you can't be fucking around. Like, there's no hesitation. Like, you knew she was a god, why didn't you shoot with an arrow? You know? And they're like, damn,
yeah,
you're right. We have to do this. And that's when we get Metro Green and Metro Pink coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, with their hands up. So here's the thing. Like, I also thought that you would be able to tell if somebody was under the thing of the red arrow, but I guess it does go all the way inside of you.
You know what this episode kind of made me think of? But like, but not dark. There's like this Key and Peele sketch where they're like in a Mexican standoff and they keep ripping off masks, like, haha. But I'm actually this.
Yeah, it's like
That's all I could think of the whole time.
There's just twists and turns everywhere in this episode because like these two people show up and they're like, hey, we don't have wings, we just have arrows. Well, this is because invited by the now worried blue and yellow Metropolitan people, they're like, hey, like we could take this motherfucker down. Like, yeah, we just need to work together. And also, you guys can come and join us, but we have to shoot you with the red arrow first, you know?
You know what else I loved that I just thought was incredible? The fact that we talked about it last episode, but this episode literally had diagrams to explain to all the dumb people. We didn't know what's going on.
It did, because it's like, in case you missed it, I did this. Like, this is what
with
I
like
did.
Pictures and little arrows. Yeah. It's like a play-by-play. Oh, I love it. Honestly, I love it though because I needed it. That's what made it great.
Yeah, 1421 or 20 is when he switches out places with the dude.
Oh yeah, so
he switches out places, so it's that little like cue. You know, it's literally a blink and you miss it moment.
So wait, the switch is actually in the episode. Like it actually shows them switching.
It shows a blur and then Metropolitan standing there.
Yeah, holy shit.
What was the time again?
I caught that 1421.
1422. You know, I saw that while watching it and I was like, damn, this motherfucker stood up.
That. I was like, oh, they just switched out. Like,
oh, cool. See, I didn't even notice that at all.
Yeah, because then when the guy came on the screen, it gets confusing because you're like, wait, so he's there. Now he's been switched out, and then someone's on the screen again.
I missed that altogether. I was playing with my fidget spinner.
Two kids with ADHD and one that doesn't have ADHD hanging out, doing podcast things,
doing stuff, you know, talking that anime like a real man.
I don't want to watch the little girl thing.
Oh yeah, again.
Okay. No, we had to talk about because that was fucking cool.
But first, we have to talk about the complete owning of blue and yellow.
Listen,
completely befuddled by the green and pink dudes coming up who have already been shot with a red arrow from Metropolitan, thus canceling out the red arrows that they let them shoot in them. They turn around and Metropolitan, a dude comes on the screen. It's another person with a red arrow and he starts talking about whatever. He says, I'm not Metropolitan. As he does that, the guy on the base lifts up the double white and red,
shoots yellow boy with red arrow, murks blue boy in the face with the fucking white arrow, which was like, oh my god, that just happened. Like, that dude's dead. That had me shook.
Yeah, like
when that motherfucker died, because like
yeah,
bullseye.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it like I said, very violent. And then the other guy got shot with the red arrow, so he just shot him.
He's like, you bastard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'll avenge this dude that I met when killing myself.
Mm-hmm. I guess so.
And then get shot with the red arrow. We find out that the green and pink were both just actors, you know, the extras to the show that Metropolitan is ripping off of.
Apparently.
I love how he's like, yeah, these are just regular people. He's like, but then how'd you get him to do it? You want to know? Do you really want to know?
Money.
Yeah.
I paid them a lot of money.
Yeah. You can make them fall in love or give them money.
Mhm. And honestly,
Whole time our main character is kind of shook at what the fuck is going on in the stands, because now at this point he's standing up.
because he's like, he's like, dude, my plan was to just come up here and like reel on the sly, shoot Metropolitan with the red arrow, make nonsense.
That's kind of when he realized that Metropolitan had planned out this entire fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was smart to just stay sitting down because he's wrecking everybody in sight. And as soon as Yellow is the last one standing, he somehow gets tied up to the little girl on the side of the dugout, kind of.
Yeah, it turned into Act 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, like, he probably just, like, while the main character was having dialogue, he was like, hey, go handcuff her to there, you her.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, he had him under the red arrow and he pointed the white arrow at him. He's like, look, I want to prove that even the red arrow has its limits. Like, if I'm pointing, you're gonna try to get away.
Yeah, because of your own greediness and
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like, well, I think it only worked that one time with his aunt because of the guilt that she was made to feel or whatever.
Yeah, well, I was also playing too in the beginning. It was said like that's why the kid, she was like, you could just fucking kill the kids with the white arrow and make your uncle kill himself because he killed your parents, you know.
And
Nessie was
rave gear is also transferable. Like,
yeah,
you down
that was also God, did you watch the episode at all?
I did. I've told you. I'm telling you what happened to our audience.
I feel like this is gonna be a recurring problem.
I did.
Yes.
They transferred.
I thought it was I just thought it was funny that the one angel to the blue guy was just trying to sneakily grab them and get the fuck out. And he's like, oh, those are mine.
Does this mean
that
we can choose
that's what I was
two red
referencing.
arrows?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I was been thinking too. So boys, like when he stacks halos, does he stack arrows? Is he getting
don't
more
know.
Arrows? Is there any more available besides red and white?
You know,
No,
because
there's no other arrows available. I mean, there's no other arrow colors available. It's just red and white. But I'm wondering if he can like.
I bet you he can. He's just holding that as a fucking trick up his sleeve.
Although,
another twist.
Wouldn't he have already been able to do that because he killed the comedian?
I know. I just think he didn't show us that yet. You know, I think that's going to be a trick up his sleeve type thing where like he can do it, but unless they like literally the next episode, which they probably will, because like before, I've been wrong before, you know?
Yeah.
He's not going to do it until the plot needs him to do it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So getting back to that gruesome scene, Metropolitan points his white arrow at the guy. He tries to fly away using his wings power. Unfortunately, the little girl is tied one arm to the railing and one arm to the guy who's trying to fly away with all his might. And I think it pulls her arm out of her socket because we see her wrist get bloody. And she's basically being like torn in half, and it's very,
that was fucking intense, dude.
But yeah,
I was sitting on the edge of my seat at that point, like, oh God, like this is crazy.
Yeah,
you know, part of
the plan though. He was trying to bring people out. He's like, come on, all of you are cowards. You're just gonna let this little girl die, and he's just yeah.
Well, that was even after because he shoots Yellow Boy in the head. Yeah. He falls down and then the girl, she panics and I don't want to die. And then herself drives flying away, which is just this whole time causing more collateral damage to her body.
Bro, I was yelling. I don't know if you could hear me or not. But when we were watching, I was yelling.
Yeah, it captures the horror really well. Like it literally has like a shaky cam on the little girl as she's like realizing that her life is in this like maniac's hands, and it's like she's like wide-eyed and tears are just gushing out like it's like very vivid, very trying to get that terror into you. and it works to make you hate Metropolitan Man. But
I don't know, man.
even then, I still kind of don't hate him because he's such a good villain.
I hate him, right? Because like I hate him because you're supposed to hate him, but I appreciate the incredible writing of this villain.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this episode made up little for his shitty name.
He honestly steals.
Yeah. I was laughing at the crowd being like, wait, I thought Metropolitan Man was the good guy.
Dude, that was cool because like that's what he played it up as, and he literally just fucking killed a couple people in front of this like stadium full of people and all camera and all the viewership. That like
They don't
had to have
see
been
that
the most.
happening.
Yeah, but they see the fucking bot go limp. And this is
So
the
they just see a
second
guy
body
in a
that's
suit
gone limp
with his body
after he's
gone
gone,
limp.
ha, I've killed you. You know?
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's what I don't get is that how are the crowd not like what the hell?
He was narrating his stuff while he was doing it. Like the crowd knows what's happening.
And they're just watch?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they gonna do about it? These flying people are dying in front of them.
Get a gun and shoot them down.
It's fucking Japan. Don't they like not have guns upon the common people there or something? I could be wrong about that.
No, but they have like even then some sort
But
of
the
military
police
force
is
to
there. You think the police would go, okay?
Yeah, this guy's wait, is he murdering people? They probably like it literally. That's what I'm saying is that some of them actually believe that this is an act. This
Oh
is
man, what a
entertainment.
fucking intense show, dude. Well, the episode ends off with Saki fucking losing her mind and begging dude to fucking save him.
Did you see this? So his ring lit, the ring on his neck lit up when she said save him. Does that mean he's like, is he under
Is
the
he still
control
under the
still? 'Cause I
spell?
thought the
Yeah,
video was up.
that's what I thought too. It left.
No,
us with
that
question.
was just him activating his. I think he's about to take a leap into action here.
Bro, did he activate his trap card?
No,
no.
he just activated his normal ability.
Oh, I want to
The
see
trap
it.
card is Metropolitan's multi-arrow thing.
That's a trap card.
It's a trap.
Yeah, so Saki kind of commands him to make him stop, and then that's when we see
Well,
his
I don't.
red.
I
rapier.
disagree with the command. I I don't think
That's
she
what
commanded that.
Either way,
I think because it was
Whether
the
he's
thing
under
had
the influence
already
or not.
ending. He already loves her, so
Yeah,
he's gonna
it's
do
fine.
this
Yeah,
because he sees his
whether
lady.
he's under it or not, whatever happens, the next
Not
scene
commanded though.
is like
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to
Yeah.
help anyways. He was just afraid to do it because, like, Metropolitan Man is clearly on a different level than all these other people.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's rightfully scared. And his
Well, I think our
rapier
main characters-
lights up like a Sith lightsaber in the dark.
Yeah, for real.
Like I was like, well, let's go. Like, that's kind of cool. Maybe he just pops off. We don't know. This is anime, and he's the main character.
It's cool to see a little resolve out of our main character to fucking do something.
Yeah, right. Like apparently it's going down, dude.
Dude, it was really cool because when she yelled like, "Hey, somebody, like, stop him!" You know, like I thought the episode was gonna end there, and then they threw in the fucking rave gear turning on, and it was like nice.
Yeah.
Can they shoot angels?
No, I don't.
Because I mean, like when the angel threw itself in front of the little girl,
I believe it just like will. pass
what would
through
happen
her.
if you shot the death arrow at the angel? Like, would it just go through?
I think
It would
Angel
probably
goes
just go through her and it into the girl.
Okay, I got literally a $5 bill on it being able to go through her. Any other takers? What do you think?
I think that it has no effect on the angel.
Will it stab her though, or will it go through her? If he shoots it at her and she's standing in front of it, what happens?
It'll probably kill her, maybe.
Ooh, he says kill
Look.
her. All right.
If these
Go.
angels
Get in
have the
this
power
pot.
to use it,
We throwing this in the pot? $15 pot?
my money's on they could hit angels. I think they could.
They can hit angels? I'd be feeling left out if I was a god candidate without a suit.
He's like, I'm
He's
doing
like,
a gun cannon without a
oh fuck, I didn't bring the suit. I didn't know that's what we were doing, guys. Like I didn't
It's like, could you imagine with a gun cannon? It's like, well, no one told me that we were getting matching suits, so I might as well just go fucking kill myself.
See, the power of killing yourself gets you the suit. Here you go.
Wait, if you can
And they're
fly like that, can't you just buy a sword and just fly by real fast and cut one of the other candidates in half? Yeah.
dude,
I
if
agree
we get a
with you,
samurai
Juan.
fucking candidate, I'm fucking about it.
Well, that's what I was wondering. That's why I was saying, like, if the guy had a gun, whether it's fired from a candidate or fired from a random dude on the street, like a gun, a bullet to the head's a bullet to the fucking head.
The only thing is they can move faster than bullets, so like that's probably why that won't work unless you're like really good with it. Damn,
So,
dude, we
yeah.
were wrong as fuck.
I do hope they have swords. That'd be fucking dope.
Oi, eu sou o Goku.
Welcome back to fucking detention with fucking Nerds Declassified, where we stay after and continue talking about it after we stopped hitting the record button for the first time.
Dude, detention.
Why?
I'm your
fire.
host,
Did you
Max.
just come up with that? That was
You
fucking
want to know why
fire.
we did it? Because the show's that fucking good. If you
Yeah,
haven't watched it
I
yet,
get this one. Like
start watching it.
we got up, we
How
ended the
fucking
podcast.
like
we looked
dumb
at
we
it,
are
and we
saying
just
you
were
guys
like,
gotta watch this.
yeah, we're just like, yeah, no, we still want to talk about it. So I'm going through just reading comments right now. This is just bullshit banter between us about the rest of that show. Our main question right now is the girl. Is she getting pulled apart? When she's getting pulled apart, why is nobody going down to save her?
Dude, you gotta think like people are probably in fucking shock. You know, these aren't people that can see the fucking goddamn wings.
I mean, they
or
didn't know
things.
anything was wrong.
All of a sudden, this yellow motherfucker starts floating and almost ripping this girl in half. Like, see that shit in real life? I see that shit in real life. I'm not getting close. I'm sitting there going, "Holy fuck, this is happening." Where's my dab pen?
This is like, imagine if like Superman went fucking rogue and just started dropping people. Like, because
I guess because he's basically a hero.
What
before
regular
that.
people see is just some dude pretending to shoot a bow and arrow,
Yeah,
and then people dropping fucking dead. Like,
Yeah.
you can't see the arrows, so this guy literally is
they
just
probably
like,
think they're acting though. Like they definitely think that they're acting.
Okay, so you're gonna be the guy who fucking talks during somebody's performance, you know?
I'm saying
I have
that
way too
at
much
that
anxiety
moment-
to do that shit.
At that moment when she was getting ripped apart, you didn't have like a guy behind her being like, "Hey, what the fuck?" Like,
No, they definitely had people in the crowd going, "Oh my god!" You could quite see the horror between their fucking faces for the rest of the episode when their crowd's panning with the camera and they're like in shock because these motherfuckers are dying. They're dead.
I don't think they know that they're dying though for real until they see
He's
the girl.
going. They're dead, dude. They literally went, "Oh my god, did that person really die?"
and what are they gonna do? How are they gonna help the dude?
Yeah.
literally, he's like appearing and disappearing.
I don't know. I guess I have more faith in humanity. There's like a shit ton of people back there. It's like
Wow.
apparently it's an open stadium. I rush the field.
Actually,
something
the
to
more
save the
people
little
there
girl.
are, the less likely.
Yeah, the
someone
less
is,
likely it's something to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, called the bystander effect. Everyone thinks that someone else is gonna do it.
But then everyone would be staring at the person closest, right?
Yeah. 841. Look at the crowd there. They're like, "Oh my god, dude!" Like,
I mean, realistically, at some point, somebody would have done something. Like, what is the police force doing right now? What does Japan have a national guard?
Apparently,
Why have they
they
not
did
called the National
said
Guard
this shit in advance.
Japan.
And it still surprised everybody because they thought that it was going to be entertainment, and then he just started seemingly popping off all of these other people, and people were flying.
oh my god, dude, that ripping sound when she's fucking caught. But
But like,
Rough,
why would
dude.
they think it's entertainment when he's literally been taking out actual criminals and they watched him kill somebody on live news?
Mm-hmm.
because
That's
they
true,
think it's a
right?
fucking soul. That's why they asked. I thought he was supposed to be like a justice warrior. Like, I thought he was supposed to be good. Like, up until like this shit down, these people were like yo, this guy's fucking cool. Metropolitan Man, my dude, fucking out there saving the world, fucking fighting crime. And then he shows up and he's like, I'm going to torture a fucking 8-year-old.
Yeah. And all the people were there just to see the reunion of the Power Rangers.
I know.
Wait, this
Red Ranger's just out there murking people. Like, what?
Jesus, I did not see it going this way. I maybe saw a few spin kicks in my future, but not this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the people go, that girl is next after the guy who fucking randomly started floating away trying to fucking tear this girl in half to escape dies. They're like, oh my god, is this girl next? They're like, Yellow Collapse, this looks bad. No shit, this looks bad, motherfuckers. Like, people dying.
Oh, I really want to watch the next episode. I really just want to see what happens.
I know.
We will. We will soon. All right. Goodbye from detention.
Goodbye from detention. We'll see you next week.
We're back at it. It's been kind
Back
of
at
a
it
while.
again.
You guys won't know this, but it's been at least a month.
It's been a decent
Yeah.
time. Oh, Joey was on a cruise. Big cruise guy now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just living the high life, big and fancy, all inclusive. Let's go.
Oh, nice. Well,
Sounds like
we
fun.
just got finished watching another episode of anime as usual, and this one was definitely another good one. Episode 5 of Platinum End.
This-
just want to
this-
like. The last episode that we recorded before this was episode 4, and it left on a very, very intense note.
And this one just came right back into it with
Didn't miss a step.
our torture of pulling this girl apart, her trying to leave. Oh man, insane. Like right away, just getting back into it with that, like, holy shit, I'm on the edge of my seat.
I want to know, like, what is this dude's deal with like young schoolgirls getting tortured? Because
Is it that dude though? Oh, you mean like the writers are just like
the writers, man, the writers. Like this is
the writer.
This is the writer. This is like turning into a core concept of the show at this point. And I'm like, what kind of
2 episodes,
cathartic
man.
shit is
2
this?
episodes.
Like, what is this? What are you guys making me watch right now?
I'm in. Keep it coming. What's going on?
It makes I genuinely feel thrilled during each episode, like with the what's going on in the story. It feels tense, and when it left off with him powering up, like he was about to go in and fight, but my boy, he does not. He does.
Yeah.
Like he's able, like he actually like brings it out and then takes it down again. I'm surprised he didn't get noticed for.
Well, it's because Nase flew overhead and was like, "Hey, don't do anything. Don't reveal that you were a candidate." You know, like she was like, "Hey, bro, stop."
It's a good thing that like at least she's competent. You know, like she's crazy, she's wacky, she's all over the place, but she knows what she's doing. You know?
Yeah, right. You kind of like grow to trust her quite a bit. You know, like it seems like whatever she's doing is definitely for the benefit of our main character.
Yes.
Whose name I can't think of right now.
Nase?
Nase is the angel. What's the main character's name?
Oh,
I cannot say.
See, Nase sticks with you. But what's the main character's name of this show?
Mirai.
Yeah.
And then with his lady friend Saki.
Mirai and Saki. So Mirai and Saki get caught looking up. They are filmed. They're caught on camera actually looking up. And
yeah, somebody had snapped a picture of them while they were like responding to Nase talking from a. We find out about that, but I like how she just kind of like comes into the stadium after shit goes down.
Mhm.
Like, hey, what's up? Like, and he's like, what? You came to stop me? I thought as an angel you should be, you know, okay with people dying. And she's like, yeah, I don't care about people, but like I care about my dude. And like honestly, like I can't wait for you to die, you know? Just fucking talking that shit.
She is. She's getting right in his
He was
face,
like,
dude.
is that a threat? And she was like, it's a promise, bitch.
Yeah. She says, I think your death would please me greatly with just that cute Nase smile on her face.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you're right. Like, you know, I'm not going to be able to get any more people like to expose themselves here because I just killed 3 of them and then ended up at a wacky duo that didn't last too long in this crude race to become God.
No, neither did that little girl because she gets put down. And it's like,
yeah. And I think one of my favorite like the big thing, like especially with like this show being from the creators of Death Note, the way that people die is always such an exciting way and everything, you know. Like usually when a death is shown on screen, it's always a really exciting thing. So like
it's very impactful.
After she dies, you can see the terror in her face, like still, you know, trying to fucking fly away after almost torn in half and shit. And
yeah, but we get to
you guys need therapy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hey man, the way this anime's like leading on,
well, it's just making it out like, what is it accomplishing? It's making us not identify with Metropolitan, you know, like he's definitely like the bad guy. It makes us want him to lose more because he is literally like a child killer. Like it's kind of really fucked up. So
it's just a fucking greedy son of a bitch.
I'm not saying it's bad writing, but damn, it's a different kind of dark than I was expecting.
yeah, I don't know. Like the kids get knocked up because it just means no one's safe.
Yeah, no one is safe.
And we kind of get a scene after this happens, you know, when they leave with the crowd and get back to their apartment. It's like raining as they leave. Like everybody's just like bummed out because
everybody's like, what the fuck was that?
We just saw a guy kill someone. What the fuck?
Can you imagine that? Like you just like you go to a baseball stadium to go see like your favorite national hero, and he just fucking starts murking people left and right, like slowly and painfully, like just awful.
It's actually like really cool how they did that too, because like this is, you know, a popular TV show character, so like there was kids there that I'm sure hyped. Like everybody at first was like, yeah, let's go, this is pretty cool, like what's up? And then he kills the person, and I think like you heard a voice from the crowd in the scene where it's like, did he just kill him with shoot his Metropolitan at him or some stupid like whatever his in-show ability is? But no, that motherfucker died for real.
Like, just imagine like you like a little kid goes to watch fucking Barney, and then Barney starts talking to like to just imaginary beings and ripping children in half. Like what just happened?
That is wicked.
Damn, Barney.
Oh man,
I didn't know you were hard like that.
Right.
Yeah, but they leave, and you could definitely tell they're in that apartment, and it's just vibe has been killed. You got both of them with their head down, and like now the police outside be involved. We get that pretty dope flashback to like him and his dad explaining like happiness and how to find it.
I liked that actually. You know, sometimes I it gets a little like corny. How many flashbacks is that we've seen now? At least like 2 to 3, right?
At least this wasn't of his parents dying.
Yeah, you know? That was like, the other.
After seeing that though, and looking back at it, I'm like 99% convinced that the last thing to go through that dad's mind as he was getting blown up was probably the steering wheel.
Ooh. That was probably the first thing. But let's be honest, that'd be the con.
You're
You
right.
couldn't end the joke with Axel, so
He really lost his head about the situation.
oh my god, yeah, no, this guy he just exploded for insurance money, but it was actually
It truly was a mind blowing revelation.
oh my god.
Oh man, I like how we got sidetracked there. We're talking this wonderful flashback, an happy flashback about our main character, which is nice. It's refreshing because like most of his flashbacks, like like we've been joking about, are like tragic. My life is fucking shit, and now it's like a nice one where it's like, oh, like I want everybody to be happy. Like what happens when everybody happy? Oh, wars,
Yeah, that's what I took away from this episode too, and like the writing style is they're definitely totally setting him up to be like a perfect god candidate. Like when he talks about like he's like, I have to kill Metropolitan Man, like I have to kill him, but I can't kill him.
Yeah,
I can't. I can't even hate anybody. And it's like you can't even hate anybody. Like
yeah.
He's definitely gonna die. I'm calling it.
oh,
It's gonna be.
you
Joey's
gonna
calling
hold
the
on to
MC
that?
death.
You calling MC death, bro?
I'm calling. I think that he is going on the last episode. Maybe he's gonna get God. I don't think he's gonna make it to be God.
A little light Nagami situation.
Yeah, man. I mean, look at the tone of this goddamn anime, and you're gonna tell me that this gets a happy ending?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yes,
Absolutely
I believe
not.
it does. It ends up with him being God for sure.
I'm on board with that too, because it's going to be interesting to see how long he holds true to those values that he has. Like,
Yeah,
this
right?
shit, like what he witnessed today, is just going to keep on happening with this. So, like,
if you were on the edge about that decision, like to not be non-violent and not kill people, you would have been on the side of killing him after today. Like, you know what I mean? Like you would have definitely said like, I don't want to kill him.
that guy's a monster.
That guy's gotta go.
That guy's gotta go.
That guy's gotta go.
No, he's crazy and needs to go down.
No, he needs to.
I think every God candidate watched what happened today and went, yeah, I'm not fucking talking to that guy.
We took out 3. There's
8 remain.
8 remaining. 8 more God candidates.
But then we get back to this apartment and whatnot, and then we get Green Dude, the green angel,
Homie shows
coming in. He's
outside
like,
of the
hey,
window.
I took a picture of you guys, and like I you, like.
And
you can fucking shoot me with the red arrow to see if I'm controlled by Metropolitan. But then Nasi's like, nah. Cool. Let this guy get in here.
You get in here, man. But the huge sigh of relief I got when I figured out, it's gonna be this guy. This guy's gonna be an ally or whatever. Like, because it was already so tense what's happening with Metropolitan, and I'm putting myself in like that situation and what I would do. It makes you like really relate to what the main character, and the sigh of relief that I just didn't have to worry about another thing about them getting exposed and Metropolitan like finding them and destroying their lives and shit.
Oh
yeah,
it's coming. He's gonna destroy their lives.
Yeah,
no
exactly. Are we gonna get to that point? Where just everything.
Although, like, to be fair, our main character, like, what else does he have to lose? He has no life, no family. The only thing that he has left to lose is the girl.
Well, it's gonna be his girl and the people, because eventually these people are gonna die in some way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna go.
Everybody
come down to there can only be one, dude. There's gonna be, there's gonna be like the one-on-one last God candidates.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 1v1.
See, what's crazy is how much dude, I don't know, because like. It seems like even this other guy doesn't want to be a god. He just, okay. So like back to this mysterious man that showed up at the window. So like he's
not a pervert.
Yeah, not a
We
pervert,
think.
just a cancer patient.
Yeah, just a cancer patient.
He has terminal cancer spread throughout his body. As he was told, you know, like you got 3 months to live. After those 3 months have happened, he
Basically
was
when he's
dying,
gonna
and that's
die.
when the angel approached him and was, "What if I give you a chance at second life?
Mhm.
You know, become a god. Like if you could survive this, you know, then like you could become a god." And he was like, "Nah, like I'm just gonna fucking use this power to set up my family, and like I don't want to be god." So this guy has never once had like the determination to be god. Granted, he was gonna let himself die, but after talking to our main character,
But he's so pure, and he's just like, you know,
Yeah.
he's just. You mean I don't have to die today, and I can live for a little while longer, take care of the people like people I love, like, you know, there's only
Yeah.
even if you told him he could live like one more day at that point, wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like an average guy. Like he's just an average person.
Yeah, he just got.
And you
he just
want him
got-
to succeed.
Yeah.
Just your friendly neighborhood dressmaker.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's not. I thought he was going to be in like fashion, but it's not, because all of his drawings are fucking superhero costumes.
Yeah. He's just the costume.
Which costume design is important. I'm looking at you, all those cosplayers out there.
Hell, you support you here on Nerds Declassified.
Dude, I got asked today by one of my friends if I wanted to participate in a cosplay. I've never done it before. I feel like
Dude, that would be a
It's a-
blast.
It's a lot of fun. You should do it.
yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's gonna be that'd be a blast. I never. I always thought I had to come up with my own idea. I think he's got one for me.
Well, I'll
I've done
tell
it a
you
couple
what, if
times.
this
It's a lot of
video
fun.
gets 100 likes, we will cosplay and take a picture for the next
cosplay
episode.
as Nase.
I will cosplay as one of the characters. I don't know yet.
I will cosplay as that angel with the wings coming out of his ass.
Yes, I will cosplay as Metropolitan, even though I hate that fucking dude. But I'll do it.
Good luck.
How does it feel to want to cosplay as a psychopathic murdering pedophile?
Yeah.
That feels good. You know, that's
Okay,
the beauty
so
of cosplay. It allows you to live in spirit.
Let's get into that. So the old guy shows up. They decide that, like, look, it's better if we're off together. And while they're having this conversation about like who each one another are, on the news, a lady starts talking about little girls getting kidnapped. And all that
Yeah,
stuff.
and
they're-
stabbed.
And they're like, oh yeah, maybe that's Metropolitan. You think Metropolitan's giving his powers to people or whatever?
Oh yeah.
They were
Okay.
they were talking. That's their theory. I don't think that's. I think that this is just another god candidate.
I think it's the one that was like kind of shown, getting to really ahead of our towards the end of the episode. But I think like one that's doing all the stuff on the news
Mhm.
is actually a new character, that purple haired girl that was kind of after the credits there, for all you people that stuck around through and caught that.
Dude, if you didn't stick around for that banging outro, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, the music for the
You
show
know,
is
I
amazing.
absolutely skipped the outro. I went straight to the end credit scene.
No!
Like a fucking heathen. I didn't even hesitate either.
Even hesitate. No, yeah. So I think
was-
these.
I was done with the video by the time you started talking about how good the outro was. That's how fast I skipped over it.
Oh my.
But the weirder part is the weird like turn it takes before that goes into Metropolitan's life. Like, we give a shit.
Well, that was it. Oh, you're right.
Like, we give a shit. The old guy takes off. He's like, okay, we homies now. And it cuts over to Metropolitan, and he's like a high school student. And he's writing a
Right.
book called When I Became God.
I thought it was when I
Yeah.
become God.
When I Become God. Oh.
Yeah.
When I Become God. Yeah, and then his friend's like, hey, you want to go look at like some little ass girls?
Yeah, they were babe watching some middle school
Yeah,
girls. I don't
babe
know.
watching.
Not
You wanna
my
go-
style.
Yeah, you want to go babe watch the middle schoolers? I mean, I don't know how old he's supposed to be, but
He
he
could have.
seems, you know,
He's 3 years older than them. So if they're in middle school.
so that's not like the weirdest thing, I
He's like,
guess. But
No,
still,
if he's
no.
3 years older, if he's 3 years older than middle schooler, so let's say like what is middle school is like 8th grade, right? 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he could be.
So that
different
means
in
he's a
Japan.
junior.
Yeah, so it's
They're like, why is it that they're so cute? And it's like, oh, of course they're cute because they're young.
yeah, I don't know. Weird dude. I knew I didn't like Metropolitan. Just confirms the fact that I don't like this asshole.
Yeah,
This motherfucker.
it's really weird. And then he's
talking with his
like
homie.
Yeah, he's also a murderer, and then he lives in like the most evil lair that's ever laired. Like,
Yeah.
The evilest of all the evil lairs.
Meanwhile, at the evil lair.
It's literally it is actually like that. Every scene that he has back at his lair, like literally, we end this whole section
Meanwhile,
with him going home and sitting in front of his dead sister. That he has in like a plastic, I don't know.
No, it's in like a cryogenic thing, like Hanbo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom,
Keeping the body preserved and stuff, her back, her soul, conscious back, some thing.
He walks out on the archery range, and he knows that he's been thinking about like what I have all these extra red arrows. Like, how can I use them? I can't just keep shooting like the red arrows or whatever. And they were talking about the limitations in the last episode of how far each one of these the arrows go. They have like a limit.
31 meters
31
or something
meters.
Maybe not.
And so he points at the farthest one, the one that is outside of his range, at 60, and he doubles up the arrow. So a white arrow in front, and on the bottom of it is a red arrow. And because he doubles it up, it travels farther.
Do you think because the red arrow was propelling the white arrow at the time that he can skip that loophole of like being able to kill 100% of the time and just like add arrow? Or no, maybe I'm thinking of it wrong, because the arrow can just kill anybody, right?
Well, yeah, no, the white arrow's in front.
Yeah, the war can kill everybody, right? I think I might be wrong on what I was thinking there. I think I just missed.
Yeah, they're not even going to get to the red arrow because they'll be dead.
yeah,
their corpse will be really in love with them, though.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
I thought I'd be into that kind of thing.
What's the yeah, he's got the fucking dead sister in the fucking fridge at home. But yeah, so he basically figures out some dope combination arrow technique to shoot things further. So that'd be an interesting, take on the next fight that we get to witness.
The best thing is when we get back to our main characters, they're talking and we get more graphs.
Yes, and I had the sensory overload. There was too much shit going on. They had like their conversation, all of the graph and like writing within the graph, and then the television in the background going like, hey, look, people have been missing and kidnapped and hit and run. There was reported that they were talking about. Well, and there another God candidate at the stadium at 2113. On the phone, he said there was another God candidate at the thing. It looks like some blonde dude wearing a mask, drinking boba, eating a hot dog. And before he could question him, the dude flew away. So we did introduce now to two other God candidates. We have the purple-haired chick and the blonde chick.
Part of me still thinks that the chick in the end credits is just a regular person that they gave the arrows to, or at least gave the wings to fight with people.
That's what they were theorizing right away. They instantly blamed it Metropolitan, but I don't know. Like, I don't think he would do that.
I'm torn because that seems like it was something like that. Like, that's not something that he would do because he's so self-obsessed that he wouldn't want to give up any ounce of power that he has.
But
at the same time,
stacking buffs to use, not handing them out.
But also,
at the same time, he doesn't need two sets of wings.
Nope.
And he might not have figured out before he did that he could stack his arrows.
Yeah, but
he may have thought that they were useless.
Shot an arrow and had the wings.
I know, but if he didn't know that he could double up his arrows, he might have just given them away because he had no use for them.
Mm-hmm. Nah,
and
I think it's
them to go stir up some shit
that has both wings and arrow.
I think that it was an evil plan from our evil villain, but I don't think that he thought of that.
I think this is just like the introduction, because there's 8 other candidates. And so we know 3 of them between Metropolitan, Saki, and Mirai. And now we have blonde stranger that never got to get questioned, but had pictures taken of him. And then this purple haired mistress that is murdering middle school girls and dropping corpses up high.
Yeah, so we see a corpse on top of like a water tower or something, or a really high building, and it's just like, of course, it's like another little girl. She's dead. She's been up there for a while. I don't know. Just shows that whatever this girl that we saw in the end credits, her thing is apparently to kill them. And
yeah, well,
really high.
Well, what it was is, I guess, like the whole thing with while they were having the conversation and the news was going on was, according to the TMPD, the station, I'm assuming, the girl was being held at a juvenile training school and like escaped that. And that's when they're like, how do they let this person escape? I think that's why we have this new twisted girl that has these cannon powers that is now murdering people for fun.
A new enemy. So we gain an ally and we gain an enemy. It's fair.
With allies comes foes.
Also, just want to mention that Narado here, I believe that's his name, our old guy who came in through the window.
Our pal.
Our old pal who showed up on the balcony. His angel used to be an S class, but then she got demoted because she was she was a
fucking nerd.
Apparently she was like flaunting about her knowledge, and that angered somebody, and she lost her special ring.
You know what I think she was one of those actually kind of people.
Yeah,
well, actually, for all my daddies, nah.
Also, it was hilarious where the guy was like, I don't deserve to be God. The first thing I did was rob a bunch of rich people, and the angel's like, that's what these powers are for.
Yeah, Nase just like, you're supposed to eat the rich, get on it. Like,
Nase just reinforcing the fact that she is best girl of this show.
Oh yeah, no, she's the best part of this show. Every time I love her insights into everything and her like view stuff. She just wants Mirai to be, she's like, I just want him to be happy, but she's definitely pushing him to become the god.
God, wonderful show. I can't wait for what's next. I just want to know what's going on with these new strings of characters that are introduced on top of like what the fuck Metropolitan's problem is. Yeah,
dude, I can't wait. Let's get to the next episode then. Joey, you have anything else you want to say about this?
I got nothing.
Welcome back. We just got done watching episode 6 of Platinum End, and it really it ended with a bang.
Really blew my socks off.
Honestly, that episode was just explosive, dude.
Yeah. I can't think of any. Shit. Am I off the podcast?
You just gotta be better.
I know. But yeah, that episode, wow. I mean, we have evolved to a new stage of what's going on. We got them trying to take some action now.
Yeah.
Against Metropolitan. And we have Metropolitan with a disturbing new ally.
But I'm just gonna take the second here to just like the t-shirts eventually will say, I've been wrong before. Yeah, Joey was right. It was Metropolitan that was like kind of in control of crazy bitch here with giving her the wings and stuff. So yeah, Joey,
he was right.
You that again. Ding, that ding that only Joey gets because you know.
Yeah, well, we said they were theorizing it in the beginning. It didn't make sense to me at first. But then, yeah, you know, she didn't have the angel, and we find out she's like preppy, like cute
model, internet model,
amateur model or whatever, internet model. Yeah,
she's an e-girl.
Yeah, and she just broke out of prison. I'm pretty sure, right? Or juvenile detention center. and she is just going straight back to killing.
She's a serial killer.
There's literally a serial killer that Metropolitan is just allowing to run around in the attempts to draw out the other god candidates.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling to remember what happened in this episode other than like the big things. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it was a lot.
Well, this was the episode of like, okay, here's a bunch of information that you were confused about last episode. Explained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
basically, they explained a bunch of that, and then they just, they came to the conclusion. They're like, all right, we have to kill Metropolitan. Mira's like imagines vividly.
Yeah.
He starts tripping or whatever.
Well, he gives them that hypothetical situation. He says, say Metropolitan has the white arrow pointed at Saki. What do you do? Do you risk shooting him with the red arrow?
Or do you shoot with the white arrow?
Shoot it with the white arrow, which then that enters the fucking hallucination of him in that moment. And like, he did not handle that well.
No, he did not. He cannot use the white arrow at all. He's not a killer. He can't.
And then we got to see the white arrow get run through Saki's head. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly. Oh man, there's some.
They're getting real with this, and I love it.
It's pretty
quite gnarly. Mm-hmm. Quite gnarly.
And I mean that was pretty just like I think that was just kind of like a cool kill, but later with the serial killer, it's getting like. So she's an amateur like teenager she's under 18. She's going to juvie, and then she is getting even younger girls to murder basically. But first she heavily molests them. Yeah, she's messed up, and Metropolitan meets up with her too, and he's like, he walks in on this, and we find out that she has a red arrow in her, and she can fly, and she has red arrows.
And there's just now dead bodies of middle school girls on top of them.
Yeah, which have been called in by Metropolitan. He's the one calling them to like let the police know what happened, and then he's got this girl kind of like stationed out there. She shoots red arrows into all the cops that come up to help this body, and then they take it down basically. And our boy Green Patio Man, which I just want to say, he keeps entering her house through like the patio. Like
he has to knock 6 times.
Yeah, why does he have to like? I don't know. Does he not have a phone?
Well, it just kind of look weird. He came into all this money and now he hangs out with high schoolers. So maybe he should be low key about it.
It's just tap tap tap. Have you heard the good news?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's like coming in and out all the time. They're all obviously disgusted by this person, this serial killer. And he's basically saying, he's like, I can't just let this serial killer go when I can do something about it. And he's basically, he's very heroic, and he's like, I was given this power, and I have to do something with it. I have the responsibility. He's like, he's taken the Spider-Man route.
Wow, that idea really blew up in his face, didn't it?
Well, we're not there yet, but
you could say it really backfired.
Still can't think of any.
His plan truly did crash and burn.
As you can say, sometimes the tower falling down.
Nope, that one doesn't count.
All right, fine. We push it to. I don't hear it from you, Mr. Fucking Mr. Skin again.
Point Joey.
God damn it.
He's right.
No, yeah. So basically, like Metropolitan and Crazy Bitch decide to, like, as he worded it, set off fireworks. He's trying to draw these god candidates out. So it's like, cool. We only know of one possible other. We have no clue what the other fucking 7 are doing. He's like, yeah, she makes a big spectacle there, drops the body, shows everybody she can fly, makes the fucking police like lock the building down and everything, get everybody out because she's chilling out there. So this dude comes through and he's like, hey brother, we gotta fucking take her on and like go stop this. And put an end to it, which he had an original plan that they were going to show up in some place, but then it was like, nah, this is all happening at the tower.
First of all, they suit up. This is now a superhero show. Everybody has costumes, and I mean, it's smart, right?
I mean,
hide their identity.
We already knew about this.
Hide their identity. Yeah, but our main character gets a costume. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm. He's fucking badass with his little hoodie and mask and
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Low key motorcycle outfit. Yeah, because this character that we meet is like some sort of special forces dude. Well, he's like, we got to go stop this crazy bitch, and here's a gun for both.
He's a special forces officer with an eye for fashion.
And then that's when we actually found out that like there is no rule in having to use weapons, and like the arrows like to win. You could just shoot them.
You don't have
which is crazy foreshadowing compared to the end of the episode. You don't need to use arrows. Been shown for the previous 5, but he's like, here's a gun. Protect yourself.
You brought a knife to a gunfight. Well, you brought a gun to a bomb fight.
To be honest, I would never just assume that like because I'm a god candidate now I can't get shot. Like I don't know. Yeah.
But you can move like the speed of light basically, because they can pretty much like travel like. So I would kind of assume that bullets would be less effective than a knife at this point.
Yeah, but you know what's really effective? A big ass fucking bomb. And that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, they have he gives him the gun, and then it cuts to the chick. She had just murdered that one middle schooler that was flashed at the end of the episode and the start of this episode. Mm-hmm. So they drop her up on the tower. So they execute this great plan and stuff. Get there, really suspenseful moment when he shows up there for a quick second there, where it's like, oh shit, like what am I gonna do? Where is Metropolitan? Like Mirai's having like kind of getting really worked up and anxious. You can tell he is not
Mirai's
used to.
job is to shoot Metropolitan while Green Guy is distracting the girl and Metropolitan. He's thinking that Metropolitan will come there to like to
shoot him red arrow.
Yeah. So he shows up and this girl is on top of the thing. She's playing with a knife, being just a crazy.
Well, she was online shopping.
Oh yeah, she was online shopping, of course. But people also recognize her, like in the air. They're like looking up and they're like, "Oh, that's." Meet her.
Can you imagine that?
Or whatever her name is. She's like,
I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, it's like an Instagram model.
Not only did people recently have to go through the traumatic fact that Metropolitan is a fucking murderer, now this amateur model that was arrested 2 years ago is so a murderer.
Oh my god!
Some dude's just in there. Is that Bella Delphine? What? Boom.
It was pretty cool. Another thing I want to point before we get too far from it is when she shot those 6 police officers, whoever it was, on top of the building to like command them.
Yeah,
the one boss dude was able to withstand.
Yeah, he was like, "I love you, but you're a murderer."
Like he was able to continue fighting that. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a power of friendship type spell break later on in the episode.
I don't know, because he still left the building. He still was just like,
yeah, but that was because it was an old man. Now we get somebody with armor like our main character, another god candidate. You
think he could break it? He didn't do that well the first time with Saki, but then again, he really did.
Then again, I don't think any of us expected that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Hey, check it out. I want to go to school and be a normal kid. Hasn't been back to school since.
How's your GPA going, buddy?
It's my first day of high school. Hey, wait in my bedroom. You betcha.
Hasn't gone to school since.
You crazy son of a bitch. I'm in.
He just dipped out, and now he's dressing up, and they don't bring Saki with. Saki's just because she only has the red arrow, and they're gonna be flying.
Oh yeah, just the red arrows.
They come to confront him, and then she's the Instagram model says, "Oh yeah, also like Metropolitan's on the way, so he'll be here soon." And then he's like, "Oh, Metropolitan's gonna be here." A pause. And wait a second. He's like, "This doesn't. Wait." Kaboom! Just the entire fucking top of the tower just blows up with the serial killer and our other dude right on top of it.
She hits him with Metropolitan just told me if somebody with wings up to keep him here, and then flash
here. Yeah.
And then flash over to Metropolitan watching a TV in his creep layer of Sister Frozen. And
Meanwhile,
the Legion of Doom.
The Legion of Doom.
Meanwhile, at Metropolitan's apartment.
I blow up the building.
Yeah, he hits activate and the fucking building blows up, which left me at the end, you know?
Yeah.
One of those moments where I don't think fucking anybody saw that one coming.
Yeah, that definitely smacked you in the face. Like, but just because like the whole episode was kind of, like spent building up this serial killer character. You're like, oh, this chick is awful.
And our cool dad.
She just explodes. Like, I'm guessing both of them are dead, but we will have to see. What do you think, Joey? Think both of them are dead? I think the green guy's gonna survive for some reason. He was farther away.
So like, I think there's a slight chance where he's still alive because like in theory they can move super fast. If he recognized the explosion and was able to fly away, he could have survived. I don't know, man. I think that
they're both gone, right?
I think if he is alive, it's
gonna be like a death gasp. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's gonna be Mirai. Yeah,
he's gonna not have a leg anymore, son.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna be like, and I thought cancer was bad.
Cancer. Now this. I picked the
you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. I mean, technically, he's probably still smoking.
He is. He's like, I don't.
Oh God.
He still carries it around.
A little detail that they threw in there. I'm 99% convinced that the serial killer girl was going after the people that he deemed ugly. So he was doing the thing to make his friend happy. He was just killing ugly chicks.
Oh, really?
And I think that was the conversation that they had where he was like, this one's on the border, as in like, these girls are cuter than the ones that you're supposed to be killing. But she was not listening 100% because she's
just a serial killer.
I think,
yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
He was probably giving her like an age range of girls to kill, and she just like, yay, I don't give a shit.
Well, no, dude, that actually makes a lot of sense because they were saying, can we go Bay watching again? Like, let's go.
That does make sense. Yeah.
He was like, let's go to this area now. And then that's where the like little girl fucking ended up missing, dude. That's a pretty good fucking catch, Joey. I think you deserve another ding for that one.
All the dings.
All the dings. No, that's actually smart. His friend is fucking goddamn killing off these fucking chicks for him.
Because that's why his friend was like, oh, wow, it's just a coincidence.
That all the ugly ones are dying. One of the most well-written lines I've heard in quite a while. She says, I'm gonna squirt.
Oh goddamn! Yeah, that caught me off guard just as much as the explode. She's about to explode herself.
She's right above she had just killed the other little girl, and she's just, I'm gonna squirt.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Okay.
On to the next girl. I'm gonna fucking hook up with and then murder. Girl, what happened to their wings and arrows after they die? Since he activated it.
Yeah, it's not like
does it go to him and return to him via their angels and stuff, or
to see? That's a good point.
Is it there's also the chance that the girl might have wings now because he's not the Metropolitan's not currently there. In theory, what's his face? Our main character could snag him and bring him back to.
Yeah,
that's what I think he's gonna do. Okay, so next episode, big explosion happens. Mirai sees his friend falling to the ground and he like crashes into a building. He flies on over to him. He's fuck. I guess I'm just an old fool, huh? And then he dies. And then and then Mirai takes his wings and gives them to Saki.
No, hear me out. He's still alive and he begs our main character to kill him.
Oh, so he can get he can get his first kill.
He's still alive, but he's gonna die. And so he needs to just
so
do
it's
it.
a mercy killing to show him that killing people is okay sometimes.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I think he's gonna ask him to mercy kill him.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to more of this, man. Honestly, this show is just like wow. They know what they're doing. It's very intense. There's lots of like, you know, like something's intense is going to be happening.
Yeah,
I'm sweating.
Super violent.
I'm sweating.
Like I said at the start of recording for this episode 5, to right away and all time at the edge of my fucking seat.
It's great. I can't wait to get to more. Thank you guys for listening. I know that if you made it this far into the episode, then you know you are our life. We love you with everything. Thank you for listening to our ramblings, and we're hoping to get more content out there. And more... I mean,
personally, I think we're just friends, but okay.
You never know where it could go, Joe. Never know where it could go. But we have 3 more episodes. There's how many total episodes we have for this season?
I think we are currently for this season. I will look, see all episodes. For this season, they're on episode 19, and I think there's going to be 24.
24. All right, so a bigger show that we're getting here, much longer.
And I just saw the episode name of a fucking later episode. And now I wish I didn't. Fuck.
I know. I was looking at pictures of the little thumbnails for the next episodes, and I was like, oh no.
No, I can't wait.
Ooh.
It's becoming more and more, you know, like I said, it's gonna just be the one-on-one eventually. You know? Mirai versus Metropolitan. They're 2 opposing, you know, ideologies, I guess, with what they would do with the power of God.
So I'm sorry to laugh over your theory and stuff. It's just that wonderful time in the ending of the recording of the last episode where I'm reading comments, and it's no way they allowed this 15-year-old to say, I'm gonna squirt after killing a middle schooler. What the hell is going on?
I was also reading the comments, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, that was a great couple episodes. I can't wait to watch more, honestly. I'm really into this show, so we'll be seeing you then. Max, you want to say anything to the people out there?
And don't get blown up on top of a tower by a crazy guy in a suit. You be safe out there. Look,
if you see a crazy guy in a suit and it's not an anime convention, just go the other way.
You might be in trouble. The next 10-block radius might be getting torched. And
call your doctor if you proceed to see a crazy guy in a suit for up to 12 hours.
Oh shit! What about you, Joey? What are you leaving us with today?
I got nothing.
Well, that was a letdown. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Adios.